Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about an idea that may sound uncomfortable, even unpopular in a world where ease and convenience are often the goals we seek. The idea is simple yet profound: you must force yourself. Now, you might be wondering, why would I believe forcing yourself? When society often tells us to go with the flow, follow your passion. While those ideas sound appealing, the truth is that waiting for motivation, inspiration, or the perfect moment is a recipe for stagnation. Growth, success, and transformation don't come from waiting for the right feelings, they come from doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the cornerstone of success and personal growth, far more reliable and effective than motivation. While motivation feels good and can provide a surge of energy or inspiration, it is inherently inconsistent. It ebbs and flows depending on your mood, external circumstances, or fleeting emotions. Discipline, on the other hand, is a steady force that ensures you keep moving forward, regardless of how you feel at any given moment. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it. This is why discipline is more powerful and essential for achieving long-term goals than relying on motivation alone. Motivation often depends on external factors, such as an inspiring speech, a goal deadline, or a sense of excitement about a new opportunity. While these factors can spark action, they rarely sustain it. For example, someone might feel motivated to start exercising after watching a fitness video, but that motivation might fade after a week when the initial excitement wears off. Discipline fills the gap left by motivation. When you commit to exercising every day, regardless of whether you feel like it or not, discipline keeps you consistent. It is this consistency, not bursts of motivation, that leads to meaningful progress and results. Discipline requires a shift in mindset. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or the right feeling, disciplined individuals understand that action must come first. They recognize that feelings follow actions, not the other way around. For instance, sitting down to write an essay or start a project might feel daunting, but forcing yourself to start even 5 minutes often leads to momentum. As you make progress, the initial resistance fades and the satisfaction of accomplishment takes its place. This is a key difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation hopes for inspiration, while discipline creates it through action. One of the important aspects of discipline is building habits. Habits are the foundation of a disciplined life because they automate your actions, reducing the need for constant decision-making. When you establish habits like waking up early, practicing mindfulness, or dedicating time to a skill, you remove the reliance on willpower or motivation to get started. Discipline is what helps you stick to these habits until they become second nature. For example, brushing your teeth at night doesn't require motivation because it has become a habit ingrained in your daily routine. Imagine applying this same principle to other areas of your life, such as learning, working, or maintaining health. Discipline also fosters resilience and mental strength. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. Motivation often crumbles in the face of adversity because it is tied to positive emotions and favorable conditions. Discipline, however, thrives in difficult situations. It gives you the strength. Growth is an inevitable byproduct of discomfort. This concept may seem counterintuitive as many people seek comfort and stability in their lives. The idea of growth through discomfort challenges this desire for ease. But the truth is that the most profound changes in life come from pushing beyond the familiar, stepping out of the comfort zone, and embracing situations that may initially feel uncomfortable or challenging. When you seek comfort, you limit yourself. The mind and body are designed to adapt to challenges, but only when faced with obstacles that require effort and persistence. Staying in your comfort zone means you are not expanding your capabilities. It is like a muscle that doesn't get stronger if it isn't worked. To build mental or physical strength, you must first place the body or mind under stress. It's the resistance that leads to growth. For example, when you lift weights, your muscles experience microscopic tears. These tears are uncomfortable, but they are necessary for the muscle fibers to grow back stronger. Similarly, when you face difficult situations in life, the discomfort you feel is the emotional or mental tear that leads to growth, resilience, and greater capacity. Discomfort is also a signal of progress. If you are comfortable, it often means you are not stretching yourself or challenging your potential. Growth requires a willingness to embrace situations that are outside your usual experience, whether it's learning a new skill, tackling a difficult project, or confronting personal fears. These challenges cause discomfort, but they are also where you learn the most about yourself. Every step of growth often involves an element of fear or uncertainty because it is unknown territory. The discomfort is your mind's natural response to something unfamiliar. However, it is in those moments of discomfort that you push through the resistance and realize that you are capable of more than you thought. Furthermore, discomfort fosters resilience. Every time you face a challenging situation and make it through, you build emotional and mental strength. The more you expose yourself to discomfort, the better you become at handling it. For instance, someone who regularly speaks in public, even though it makes them nervous at first, will eventually develop confidence and ease with the process. The more they force themselves into that discomfort, the more natural it becomes. Over time, discomfort transforms from a barrier to a catalyst for growth. The person who embraces discomfort will eventually find that they have the ability to thrive in situations that would have once seemed daunting. Discomfort also forces self-reflection. When faced with something challenging, you are forced to assess your abilities, skills, and mindset. You are often confronted with your weaknesses, doubts, and fears. This self-awareness is a crucial part of growth. By pushing through discomfort, you become more conscious of what needs to be developed in order to succeed. Rather than avoiding challenges, you begin to recognize them as opportunities to improve. It is only through confronting discomfort that you can identify areas for self-improvement and take active steps toward personal growth. Additionally, discomfort is necessary for innovation and creativity. Many breakthroughs, whether in science, art, or business, are the result of pushing boundaries and stepping into the unknown. Creativity often thrives in environments of uncertainty, where the mind is forced to think outside the box and explore new possibilities. If everything were easy, there would be no need for innovation. Discomfort drives exploration, experimentation, and ultimately progress. When you are willing to face the unknown, you open the door to new ideas, solutions, and paths that may not have been visible before. In essence, growth cannot occur without discomfort. It is the uncomfortable moments in life that prompt change, challenge old patterns, and lead to deeper self-discovery. While it's natural to want to avoid discomfort, it's important to understand that it is not something to fear but something to embrace. Discomfort is a necessary companion on the journey of growth, and by welcoming it rather than resisting it, you allow yourself to become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of achieving your fullest potential. Through discomfort, you transform, evolve, and ultimately thrive in ways you never thought possible. Action is the key to building momentum in any endeavor. Often the hardest part of any goal or project is simply getting started. We may have great intentions and plans, but without action, they remain just ideas. Taking that first step, even if it's small, creates a shift from inaction to movement. This shift is powerful because it starts a cycle of progress. Once you begin taking action, momentum builds naturally, making the next step easier and the next task more manageable. When you take action, you break the inertia that often holds you back. The mind may resist, especially when faced with uncertainty or fear, but once you push through that resistance and engage in the task, your confidence grows and your energy increases. Each small accomplishment propels you forward, making the next step feel less daunting. This momentum becomes a snowball effect where one action leads to another, and over time, the effort compounds. Momentum also makes it easy to stay committed. When you act consistently, even on days when motivation is low, the routine becomes ingrained and the tasks feel more automatic. You begin to trust the process and recognize that progress is inevitable when you keep moving. Action doesn't just create momentum for the task at hand, it also fuels the mind with a sense of accomplishment and forward motion, creating a positive feedback loop. This consistent forward motion is what transforms intentions into results and dreams into reality.